Howdy folks, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system with no tomfoolery today. Yesterday was epic tomfoolery day. I make videos like that just to keep the subscribers down, you know what I'm saying? Today is record day, but first we're going to start out with just a brief story. 7x7, all those holiday paintings I did, those frame paintings. A friend of mine found a dealer who was going to sell them all for me, so I turned them all over to a dealer who's going to apparently give me what I was asking for them, which is good. Anyway, they're gone, and I got the DVD in the mail today. Creation of the Humanoids and War Between the Planets. Italian, they're Italian, and I can remember seeing on, you know, like the creature feature on, when I was a kid, War Between the Planets, and I remember that the soundtrack is great, the music in it is great, and apparently the Creation of the Humanoids is highly thought of as a low-budget movie with a good story. I haven't seen that one as far as I can remember. I may be wrong. So, on to records. Who Murray Kay is. Murray Kay's gassers for submarine race watchers. There's Murray Kay apparently sticking his head out of a submarine somewhere. Probably not going to like it, but I picked it up anyway. The Temptations. The best of the Temptations. This can't possibly be The Temptations. It's a private press record on Sandy Nelson. Be true to your school. Sandy Nelson, look how young Sandy was in that photograph. Sandy Nelson's great. Another Murray and the Kays, which is a really great cover this time. There he is with his Russian cat hat on and his Russian rocket apparently. I wonder if Murray is a communist. That won't be good. He does La Bamba. Shooby-doo. I don't know if communists ever did Shooby-doo. They may have. You never know about this communist. Frankincense and Mirth. Frankincense and Mirth. Look at that handmade cover. It's not handmade. It's printed. It should have been handmade. I don't know. Anyway, there's a giant cover of. She's pretty hot. Kathy Champlin. Shouldn't say that. You shouldn't talk about hot women and gospel records in the same breath. I've got this one, but now I have another one. In fact, I may have 3 copies of it. Why do I do that to myself? France. And who's coming from France? Why, it's Lily France. Apparently a singer by the name of Lily France. She looks so French wearing that hat. The Velvet Brass. I could have got 2 copies of this today. That's how many copies that were out there. I already have a copy. I don't have a copy of Accordion Italiano. And I don't really like accordion music as a secondary instrument, like with the Three Sons. But as a primary instrument, it's just highly irritating. One of my favorite all-time violinists is the unknown Dick Kessner. He's your favorite one. He's your favorite violinist. You can't pronounce his name. It's Magic Stradivarius. Well, he played for Lawrence Welk, okay? But he wanted to do his own thing. So he made 2 albums that are exotica. And they're amazing. I don't think this is going to be one of them. Because of the song titles just don't lend themselves to it. But anyway, one of his great... Ooh, look at his blue eyes. Those are pretty fabulous. His granddaughter, someone got in touch with me, and she was very happy that I blogged his records, that he wasn't forgotten. That was nice. For trade, plant music. This is music written for plants. Back in the 70s, remember that craze? Oh, plants respond. Well, apparently they do, but why? Who knows? There's some winery in France, with grape fields, and they play music, and the grapes respond to it. And who is Hildy? A person with one name. Hildegard? Why did I pick this up? It looks pretty horrible. She covers feelings. Ethel Walters. Eye on the Sparrow on Word. It's a religious record, but it could be good. La. It's cha-chas and mambas. That's what I should have let off with this, because who could pronounce any of that? Is there a record in here? I'm going to make sure. That's pretty flimsy. I found Martin Denny's. Tink found Martin Denny's. I found Martin Denny's. Not that many. This one, I think I have it. I don't have this Private Press Hawaiian record. Woo! Flamencio on Capitol. I can't do that. Don't be silly. This is one of David Carroll's. I talk about David Carroll from time to time. This is one of his fantastic albums. If you see this cover, it's a gatefold, and you can't mistake the cover, right? It's a gatefold. It's really fabulous stuff. Normally, I wouldn't buy Roger Williams, but the temptation was too strong with this cover. Another taste of Martin Denny. I don't know if I've got the second one. I know I've got 3 or 4 copies of the first Martin Denny, Taste of Honey. His later stuff, still fabulous. This was fun. This is a compilation album, but it was a Columbia Specialty product that they pressed for Boston Liquors, the Boston distiller who produces all these liquors. So it's kind of like more of an obscure advertising piece. Another Martin Denny. I've got this one. Got another copy. And Halloween record on Wonderland. Game Story and Stories and Songs. Kay Landy. I just have no ideas. I picked it up. Al with the last name I don't pronounce. Oh my God! The furnace is running. Now I got to yell over the furnace. There he is. The 60s cover. Hopefully the music's got that like 60s groove happening. Also, hopefully a 60s groove. The San Remo Orchestra, Romantique. Nice name, nice photograph. Romantique. I couldn't help myself. It was Minnie Fresh, and it's just the best picture of Ethel there. Ethel was a organist, as you can tell, and she was a fabulous dresser. I think was mentioned somewhere I read on the web. And she's wearing pretty impressive gown there, doing her best to hold everything in sort of an awkward camera angle, but it works. Don't say you don't have to say you love me. That was a mouthful. Raymond Lefevre and his orchestra. Yesterday, there's a cover of Yesterday on this album. A cover of Yesterday. Ooh, Les Paul and Mary Ford Hawaiian album. Mark, you already have a copy of that. Yes, but the copy I have somewhere is not very good. Now I have a very good copy. Rosie's Bar and Grill. It's gonna be folk. You know by the cover, when they're playing the guitar and that other thing that what the hell is the name of this? This looks great. What do you mean? It looks like shit. Look at the back. Look at the illustration in the back. No, that's not any better. Let's look at the label. Look, the label is it's upside down. You can't see it. There's nothing on it. It's a Swan record. But there's no information. There's no information on the back. Mercy, Mercy Me, Marvin Gaye. This can't possibly be. If these are the real artists on with this horrible packaging, I'll be surprised. I'm hoping it's covers. I should save this for last, but I'm going to hold it up anyway. Look at this sparkling foil cover. It's Arthur Lyman. It's Arthur Lyman Christmas album. I didn't know he made a Christmas album. The snappy dresser that Arthur is. What an awesome outfit he's got on there. On Life Records. That was a great find. Venture, not The Ventures. It's Stanley Black and the London Philharmonic doing some curious Orpheus in the Underworld. You know, I like Stanley Black, so I picked it up just to see what he was going to do with an orchestra. I wouldn't normally pick up, he's a keyboard player, pick him up. Look at this cover. He's riding high with the babe in a sports car. That is just a cool cover. I couldn't pass that up. Connie Francis, Hawaiian Connie. There she is. She was purty. She was purty. And who is Dato number 2? Who it's on CTI Records. He covers Nights in White Satin. Yay for the Three Sons. Speaking of the three sons, there we are. The Three Sons on the Broom cover. That's a nice one. I think I've got a copy of that. I don't have a copy of this. Dusty. Bells Are Ringing by the Chernio Strings. Cut all that out. It's just a great photograph of a woman at the switchboard. The phone says, it looks like Doris Day. It can't possibly be. Great cover, and their stuff's lush. It's easy listening, but it's very lush. It has its own flavor to it. Now I bought a copy of this, but I didn't find the Minty Fresh copy. Here's the Minty Fresh copy of the hottest looking, soft, sweet thing. I just love to pet that dog. Aloha Hawaii on Blue Ribbon, total budget, studio something or other, with all your favorite songs on it. And it's the kind of records like this that kind of go, Manic Mark, buy me because you don't know what's going on. And here's another one on Design Records budget. I have no idea. Spotlight series. Dear Heart, Design presents Dear Heart. Who did the Great Strings? It's another budget, but they cover Goldfinger. How could I pass that up? There you go. Play the Tiki Drummer. What are you going to play, Mark? I don't know. I'm leaning towards this, but I hate to say because whenever I pick something and I go upstairs and listen to it, it's like, I got to go to something else. Anyway, thanks, folks. Tink, get better. I didn't realize your tooth thing was so horrible. I feel really bad for you. Man, you got to go back again on Monday and everything. It's got to be horrible, awful, the worst thing ever. And you don't deserve that. Listen to a record and cheer up. Bye, everybody.
Santa Claus.